to round 4 of IRC Newcomers. It's our first season here and looks to be an exciting one this week because we've got a full grid already. Alright, before we get into the action, let's have a look at how things are done in Canada. So I'm going to walk you through a hot lap of Montreal. Let's get going. Okay, so this time it's provided by Manalo Baby and begins his lap now. Brakes at around 70-meter mark, hugging the apex to T1 and T2, trying to get an early exit but trying not to lose traction. Braking at the 70-meter mark and using all of the curb, trying not to go wide. Braking at the orange mark, braking, locking up a bit but using all of the curb early on the exit, but careful not to lose the rear end there. Now on to turn 7, I believe, braking under the bridge, using all of the curve there. Excellent exit. Now spotting his braking marker at the 100 meter, going a little wide. You can miss the apex here. You can hook it around for a better exit. Now going on to the back straight. Manila Baby switches on here as soon as possible and will want to brake at the 90-meter mark, turn in, mount both curves, just narrowly missing the wall of champions, and that's a hot lap for Montreal. That lap was a 1:08.1. Not the best that he can provide, but in the short notice, that was a decent lap nonetheless. Alrighty. Now today we have a debutant as my co-commentator. So welcome, Third World Prophet. You with us?
Hello everyone. Hi. Thank you so much, Kapil. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's great to be part of this, and I look forward to some fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing among the newcomers of IRC. Because I too am a newcomer, but since I'm not racing, let's take this forward with some good commentary from both our ends.
I agree. So,
how's the sound from my end? Is it all good?
Yeah, it's all good. Now,
fantastic. Let's take it forward.
So I'm just loading up the game. Should be with you momentarily. Now, how's your track knowledge of Canada? Is it one of your favorite tracks or not?
I would say I would definitely say Canada is in my top 3. Because even when I first tried out for the IRC with Maranello Baby, it was at Canada, and I could hold my ground a little bit against him, obviously behind him by many paces. And the approach into the hairpin, I mean, is there any driver out there, simulator or real life, who's going to say the turn 10 into turn 11 of Canada is not one of the most fantastic places to see how good you are on the throttle and keeping control of the car outside one of the most, I would say, fantastic hairpins on the calendar.
I couldn't agree with you more there. Those are some challenging corners. And it's a very scenic and beautiful track too. Just has a very nice and beautiful vibe to it.
Absolutely.
It is my favorite track.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, it's good that my first race with you is on your favorite track.
Good. Yeah. Right, so I believe we are just in time for qualifying to begin. Let's see what they're made of.
Yep. So will you be taking control of the camera?
Yes, I will.
All right.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but you have free reign of control of your camera too. You're spectating completely independent of me. So, yeah, that's how it works. So, we've got an almost full grid. 18 drivers showed up. Let's see what's what.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun for both of us and the drivers, and I think people who are watching us. I welcome everyone who's joined us to watch the stream.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Let's see who goes out first.
Yeah, so they'll slowly load up the setups. It may take a while.
You were
Now,
saying something.
while we wait, in the last two races, we had a bit of a troublemaker. We had someone called Rocky 99 who was honestly all over the place. And yes, it was quite depressing to watch him, honestly, because he struggled in qualifying because he immediately ran out of fuel. We just kept going round and round in circles and would just never pit. So the Rosses are finally coming out. Let's get to the action.
Yeah, I see McLaren stepping out of the pits as well. I see car number 13 of the Ferrari getting ready to come out of the pits as well.
So our newcomer race is a 25% race with short quali. So easy one-stop short strategy from softs to mediums
I
is the
wonder if
way to
anyone's
go.
going to take the gamble from the back and go on a harder tire and then probably try a challenging, slicker tires towards the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, an alternate strategy for those sort of the top 10 is definitely the way to go. But
So
considering the
now,
carnage that is expected here, it could be anything.
so Kapil, tell me who are the ones to watch out for? Who are the ones to, um, kind of keep an eye on as the laps progress? Because this is my first race with y'all commentating. So
All right. So we have a couple of reserve drivers in the main tier who are racing with us. So they're still. Oh, no, just a second. As I see, Alfu's just completely going off on the hairpin. Okay. So we have Not So Masoom. We have who else?
Ferrari
We
number
all
13 of Not So Masoom.
Yes, and no more Pro P. These two are reserves for the main tier. We
Ah,
also have
okay.
Tanya R31. He's a main Toro Rosso driver and he's also rocking the same colors.
Right.
Now, as we go on to the first flying lap, let's uh, get on board with our debutant Vic 07 Ram or Vikram.
Yep, let's do that.
Doing fairly well so far, keeping it clean. But off on sector 1, that could be Dawn. No, that.
I really like this corner sequence. I mean, if you somehow get yourself onto that orange curve a little too much, you can just completely end up destroying your approach into the next, the hairpin section, especially. And if you're racing wheel to wheel with someone with them behind you, then if you get yourself a little bit of extra oversteer, you might just end up hitting the wall to your right as you're entering turn 9.
As you were speaking, we just saw a lot of unusual events. We have Thermo who's waiting on the side, we got Monk who's waiting on the side, and while that happened, Chris by has gone. Well, he's now in P3. He's done a good lap of 1:10.7. Thermo Pro P and Vikram goes fastest to 1:10.2. So definitely good pace being shown by the newcomers here. No slouch
Yeah,
there.
that was good to watch.
So let's
Alfuz
see.
Akhil goes really wide on the hairpin. I think he was avoiding getting in someone's way, but he's completely in the way of
He stopped on
RBL.
track. That's a
Yeah, he
hazard.
completely stopped on track.
Interesting tactics there.
I hope that didn't spoil our RRL War Vortex's lap because he was just exiting the hairpin as
No,
Alfuz
he
Akhil
had
completely parked
already
himself.
invalidated his lab, so it's fine. He's starting a
Uh,
new one.
I see
Okay.
Thermo getting ready for his lap. No, he doesn't start.
Surprisingly, he's already invalidated his new lab.
Who are you keeping an eye on right now?
Currently, I'm on board with Nitro, but he's already extinguished all of his ERS. Let's see how he fares.
You know what?
Making a
Something that
complete mess of the
I
hairpin. Yes, go on.
you know what? Something I wish I saw more of during qualifying is people who actually started off on hard tires and see how hard they can push it, because it may be a very noob thing to do, but that's something that I used to do, and that's something that Maranello taught me. He said, go onto the tracks on the hardest tires that you can, and then see what's the time that you can set with that, because when you go onto a softer pair of tires after that, you're bound to set a much faster time. So yeah,
That
I've
has
not.
a positive and a negative effect. So sometimes, because of the extra grip that you may have on your soft run, you may be underutilizing them. Besides, this is a 25% race. So yes, people like Thermo, for example, who's just completely been blocked as he made his way onto the home finish straight. He's on the medium tire, so that's a good strategy to start on. Let's see
Yeah,
who else is on track.
I see
We've
someone
got,
parked in front of him.
yeah, so RB
And
has
No
made a
More Pro
mess of
also
the
set his
final chicane.
time
He's
on.
going back to the pits. Who's on a lap right now?
I think Dawn is on a lap. No, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, so only Tanny is on a lap. No, he's about to start his lap. So Thermo, let's go on board with him.
All right. So you keep telling me who to be on board with so that we can, go talk about the same racer.
Yeah, sure.
This section is so beautiful. I still remember using that screen on the right as a sort of brake marker for myself. But that didn't work out during the wet race, because I remember we had a Canada wet race and it got wet towards the end, and that totally ruined a lot of our laps. So
Yeah, that was a very fun qualifying because I got T1.
all right, let's see how Thermo does his lap. You want to commentate over it?
This is the end of his lap, so he's just in a 1:13.0. Let's.
All
Oh,
right.
there's a huge train with Vikram, No More Pro P. We've got a bunch of them just lined up at the end of Sector 1, and people not getting out of the way. Okay, let's go on board with Torpedo. He's just about to finish his lap. No. Yeah, he's the end of his lap, and he's just done a 1:96. A fantastic lap from him.
Yep, takes it to the
Goes
top.
into
And I
provisional
see
pole.
Tiny's disconnected himself.
He'll find his way back. Not so awesome on his flying lap. He's 8 tenths up on his lap. That's good pace there. Definitely room to
Turn 6
improve
is
from his
7.
last lap.
Exiting 7.
Good, the racing point gets out of the way.
Oh, there's some traffic up ahead. I think it might just help him with his DRS and getting into the slipstream of those cars. Oh my god, what was that?
I cannot believe he just got away with that. He was off the line, Alfus, but yeah, I believe that would be not so awesome mistake if he actually did collide into him, because he was off the racing line.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
Alphonse was a
optimistic
little
to
off.
grab some slipstream from him. He crosses the line to
Yeah, yeah.
improve to 1:11.5. Who else? So Mountain or Anakin? I really can't spell his name. He goes.
I think Siva Thunder is on setting his time right now.
Right, let's go on board with him.
Oh no, he's just getting into the pit.
He's fit.
I think he saw the traffic and said, you know what, I'm just going to get myself into the pits now.
Oh, so Don's on a good lap. Yeah, he's 2 seconds up on his previous lap. So let's see where he comes out on. Running out of ERS, sadly. Very cautiously takes the final chicane.
Exactly.
Good, because you don't want to invalidate it. There's a 1:14.3. Go on board with the other racing point. These are
I think he could have
definitely
done
on
a faster
lap.
sector 3.
No, definitely, but he's still learning. So RB crosses the line to go P3 or 1:10.3. Good pace from him.
So RRL Vortex, I think, is on a hot lap.
Yes, he is. Beginning of the lap.
The very famous Vettel and Hamilton section.
He goes
As we
purple and
enter
P
6 and
sector
7.
1.
Oh yeah, I see that. Haggling with his gears as he enters turn 8.
Uses the back end a bit.
Jumping over the orange curb on his right. Struggling to find that grip with the car as he loses his back end. Let's see how he navigates the hairpin. Yep, he does it well, getting onto the throttle early. The casino straight. Let's see how he navigates himself into the wall of
Cautious entry, but
champions or stays away from it. It's all about
crosses
how
the
you
line
touch the curbs.
P5.
Oh, that was well done.
Looks
That
like
was
Don's run out of
nice.
fuel. And no more Pro P. No.
Torpedo is still on
RR
provisional pole. No one's come close to challenging him.
And it looks to be his debut too. And he looks to be quite quick.
Did your session just disconnect?
No, I'm still online. I believe you might have. So Shiva Thunder 1 is on his hot lap. He did cut a bit. I'm not sure if that's invalidated his lap or not. He hasn't set in a time. Misses the apex, the end of sector 1. Keeps going. Monk is also on a lap, but he's being impeded by Alfuz, I believe. Yep, this man is all over the place today. Let's go on board with Shiva. It's just done a 44-second sector 2. Let's see if he can keep it together and have a good end to his lap. Will he be brave and completely mount the last chicane, or will he take it cautious and put something on the board? Locks up a bit, but fairly clean. And crosses the line to put a 112.8. Now go back on board with Monk, who has been impeded a little bit, so you might want to do another lap. He does have time for one more stint. Oh, very, very cautious by Monk. Let's see where he comes out. It's P15. Mountains invalidate his lap. Okay, let's go back on for the Alfuz. Yeah, he's invalidated his lap. And he's kind of all over the place. And yeah, because he impeded no more Pro P, and that might be a disqualification for collision there. Silly to break that heavily. Anyways, can't win them all, I guess. That has put a little bit of a dent on Nomo Pro P's lap. Now he'll have to go back to the pits probably to change his wing just in time for the last. Oh, not so Masum's gone wide. He's hit. Oh, he spun out just the end of sector 2. Getting out of the way like a true gentleman. That's good craft from him. Now he's waiting for clear air. He goes back on track. Very well done there. Go on board with Shiva for his lap. There is a yellow sector 2, but that's been cleared. Let's see who can improve. We've got so Masum. No, I am looking at the wrong one. Don's just started his lap. Okay, just a second there. Let's just stay on board and not so Masum. He's about to start his lap, my bad. Okay, we can stay on board with Faizan. Maybe 5. No. Hitesh going wide and already invalidated his lap. So much. Shiva goes AP8 with a 1:10.0. Means much better pace from him. He may not have time for another run, so I believe that's the end of his qualifying. Okay, so RRL Vortex is on his second, I believe his final lap. Yeah, he's 7 tenths on his lap, so that could take him all the way to P2. Good pace from him. Let's see if he can keep it together. Let's see if he's bold enough to just mount the last curve, because you can gain a lot of time there. That's good entry and good exit. That's definitely going to gain him some time. And let's see where he comes out. He goes provisional pole with a 1:09.5. An excellent lap from the RRL admin. Okay, let's go on board with the Williams of Vikram. He's 2 tenths up at the end of sector 1. Good pace from him so far. But can he do enough to go back into P2? He's got a purple middle sector, goes a little deep into the hairpin, but hooks it up nicely. It's not too bad of an exit. He's 6 tenths up now. Just needs to keep it clean and he might be on for another pole. Good, cautious entry. Doesn't mount the curve, but he doesn't look. It just still carries enough speed, and he crosses the line. Oh, he did improve. Oh, he's done a 1:09.6, just marginally, fractions off Torpedo. He'll be kicking himself that he couldn't make up any more positions. We got 1 more minute in qualifying left. Let's see who can bring out the big guns for another flashing lap. Not so Masoom's made a mistake. I believe that's the end of his qualifying. I don't think he can get around in time for another lap. We've got Mountain, who's marginally up. Can he keep it together and jump someone maybe? No, he doesn't improve on his lap. So let's go on board with Thermo. The end of his lap. Got Cool Dog joining. He's missed quali, but I believe it's because of Park Fermi. Yeah, let's see if he can load a setup. But good to have you with us, Gultak. Almost backed off. I believe he's not had a good lap. Agent 47 on his lap. Very hesitant at the end of that turn. He's a 1 second down. I believe that could be end of his. It'll be difficult to improve from there. Hitesh has run out of fuel, no more Prix, invalidated his lap. Danny is on a hot lap though. Let's see what he can do. Don't know the delta there, but he is pushing it. He's one of the last ones. We do have Dawn too. Let's see where he comes out. He does improve a bit, not enough to gain in positions though. The last man on track. Resident Toro Rosso driver, Tanya 31. He is a tier 1 driver. But can he go on pole? He got good pace, but it just may not be his days. So he's 7 tenths up on his lap. That could take him to the podium positions. Nicely takes the curves. He crosses the line with a 1:09.9. Huh. Interesting. So that's been your qualifying. We've got 3 debutants and they've taken all 3 of the podium positions. Excellent driving from them. Now, while we wait, I am going to order some pizza. So I'm hungry and money is okay. I believe we've lost our co-commentator, the World Prophet. I don't know if he can rejoin or not, but I cannot help him here. I can, however, no, 1 second. See if I can Nah, forget. It's too much work. Don't tell me I can't order. I need my pizza. Okay, so that's your qualifying results. We got RRL Vortex with 1095, 600s. Behind him is Torpedo and Vikram, all three debutants. So we got Tanny RB in the 110s. Good pace from the top three. I'm really impressed with them. And yeah, that disqualified Nitro and Alfuz. Okay. Let's go on to the race. Let's see how the weather is.
I think we need a substitute commentator. Do you think so as well?
Yes, please join me,
Coming
Mr.
right now.
Supreme Leader. I don't know what happened to him.
I am just opening the game and I should be in there in time for the race start.
You know what's the worst thing right now? I'm trying to order pizza and I can't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a vegetarian pizza, so you're not missing out on too much.
Please. Let's not go over there right now. I can still have fun eating veg pizza, okay? Besides, I'm at home. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Casey. Looks like many of them are reading up early. Don't expect them to follow advice on a newcomer race. It doesn't matter. We're ready to rock. Seriously, though, I really want to order food. And looks like our host has left the session. We got a
Did I hear
migrating
pizza?
hostess too.
Did I hear pizza?
I
Yes, you
did
did.
too.
Sorry for reading.
Okay, did I lose connection? Or is it a
No.
migrating host issue?
No, we are restarting. We are restarting.
Because?
We are restarting.
Because 3 of the people can't join, I think, and some unable to join because of connection issues.
Awesome.
All right, bye. See ya.
Hey, thank you for the update.
Yes.
So, Kapil, I've been out of touch with the newcomer races. Is the weather completely dry? Or
Yeah, looks to be dry here, but yeah, I believe it will be dry.
nice. I'm surprised about Tanny's qualifying. I expected him to be out in front.
Yeah, it's some surprise too. With a 109.9, it's not the space that we've expected him to show, but regardless. But the three new debutants showing amazing pace. Top 3 from them, so awesome. And do you know who Torpedo is?
I actually am not too sure, and I'm not even sure who Nitro is. But I guess that's what happens with a lot of new faces.
Yeah. Ooh. Interesting. Cheesy 7 pizza. Lovers bite pizza. That sounds interesting. Okay. And
Well, I think there's no pizza that beats just like a plain cheese.
no, sorry. I do not agree.
It's personal preference, but yeah, I think plain cheese is by far the purest form of pizza there is.
Purest, I agree, but not the best.
Okay, are you an advocate of or not of pineapple on pizza?
I've never had it personally, but just imagining it, just no, not for me. Have you had it?
I have, and it's I don't like pineapple normally, and it's even worse. It's even worse.
Okay, let's see if I can get an invite to the new lobby. So your race result, Ace K is your winner.
It's the Pasta Maldonado of pizzas, if you had to make a comparison.
How would you make a comparison?
Turmoil, that's all.
Okay. Fair enough. Can you try to get back Third World Prophet? Like, can you track his whereabouts?
I have received confirmation that he has a power cut.
Yes, he did mention it to me.
Now he went power, but no Wi-Fi. I'm in touch with him on Discord, but I don't think he's going to be getting back anytime soon.
A shame. Okay. Have you been invited to the new lobby?
I am in. I'll just drop you an invite. Can't see you online though. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So will you be racing tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I plan to take a break for a weekend, possibly join you in the commentary room. But now that we have third world profit, I'll probably just race instead.
Well, you never know. The session no longer exists. Fantastic.
No. We are in the session. It's fine. Try again.
Trying again. You're kidding me, man.
I guess this was expected. It just helps us iron out some of the people who have inconsistent networks, which is another main. And given this particular game, it's another pretty big decider on who can race in a competitive league.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We've got the numbers for a tier 3 too now. So that's
Hello?
excellent showing.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. SD?
Yeah, your commentator's power went.
We are aware.
And
We're
he's
aware.
back, he's back. He's back. He's back. Nice.
Okay, so I've connected to the chat. I'm trying to load the game now.
Connected to the chat.
Coming to
Arjun, are you on?
I hear an echo.
Okay, please let me order pizza. I want my pizza.
Marinolo, you were saying?
Are you using a hotspot?
Yeah, I'm using hotspot, yeah.
Okay.
Damn it, man, I can't join the session.
So sorry, guys. It's a big bummer for all of us, I know.
Couple is an issue. Try restarting your game.
I did. Twice. Now my game's not even launching. Just fantastic. With this game.
Tell me quick.
Who's commentating right now?
The race has not started yet. I hope so.
Third world, we had to restart the lobby because the host got disconnected.
Okay.
Couple tried joining joining of the host.
Are you having power cuts in your area as well, Adil?
I had it a couple of days ago, but only for about 10 minutes. But I think about it went for about 7 months at night.
Oh, you have an inverter, right?
No, I don't. I was just sitting in the dark for a long time.
How's the lockdown treating you?
It's takes some getting used to. So. Thadul, are you on by any chance? Hello? Looks like Thadul left. There's no echo anymore.
Okay, I am not able to join. I need another invite.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Please let me join.
Wait, hold on. I'll leave. Then you try joining. Try joining off 5 Zen.
Yeah, using his. Ah, finally. It
Yeah.
was you.
I
All
didn't
along.
leave. I haven't left yet.
Okay, you can leave now.
But now my game is stuck. Oh wait, this lobby got. They restarted again, I think.
Need an invite?
Yeah, sure, thank you.
No, I'm not sending it to you. Actually, you don't even know the state of the stream right now. Is it still going?
Let me check, or if you got it open.
Yeah, I got it open. I have joined. Okay, so do you know the deal about Chris Bai?
No, I do not. What's up with him? Has he been able to join back?
No, he's back. So this guy is a bit of a special case. Let me tell you why. So he uses two different. He uses. How do I put it to your best again?
He uses two different devices to race.
Yes, exactly. He uses his left hand to control the throttle. He has an Xbox 360 controller which he only uses for MFD, DRS and for throttle with his left hand. And for braking and for steering, he uses his mouse.
I have got. We're going to do a couple of laps on board with him because I really want to see how he maneuvers.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I did not get some footage of him during qualifying because that is a special specimen, no doubt about that. Third of all, you're back, and back to that is the echo.
Is there still echo?
Yup.
I think
it's the
9
low
now.
bandwidth.
I think it's manageable now. If Third World needs to come into the session, then I guess I would have to leave.
I'm sorry?
You
the lobby,
are correct. Yes.
The lobby is full right now. But since we have Third World Profit back, I will leave the session.
See, I'm not able to connect to Steam. That's the only headache with this. So I think I might have to sit out of this one. I'm able to connect to Discord easily, but Steam is just not happening.
Oh shit, then I'm not sure if you'll be able to connect to a lobby.
Is there no way I can watch the stream online and commentate to that?
There is a
You
bit
can
of
try, but there's humongous lag.
Okay. I think then I'll just sit out of this one then. I was like, fuck yeah.
Alright.
Alright boys, then just send me the stream link at least. I'll try watching that.
Check it out.
You're streaming,
on
Kapil?
Discord. Yeah, I am.
It's there on the
Alright,
videos channel on the Discord server.
Alright. Thanks guys. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great session. I'll keep watching.
Yep. Sorry to see you go.
Yeah, I'm fucking bummed, so I'm not bringing. That's why I didn't bring it up because it's like a bummer situation. All right.
I want my pizza. Why you no give me pizza? So hungry right now.
That's funny because we are in Canada.
How's that anything to do with my hunger?
You said, never mind. You're hungry.
I said hungry. Oh, stop it.
All of
See,
them.
I don't mind being hungry. Fuck. Hungry for Canada, but I'm not hungry. Okay.
Okay, I think the stream is going in a direction we really need to stop. And that's my bad.
It's fine.
Right. Is the grid done or?
Yeah, we're ready to go. Everyone's ready up.
I hope the grid was done. Otherwise, there's gonna be another restart.
Carnage. It doesn't matter. There's still going to be carnage.
This will be an awesome league to sort of after the quali just do a custom grid in reverse. So it'll be a very interesting scenario then to see how the people come through the field, because there's a 3 or 4 second speed gap between the leaders and some of the tail enders.
Yeah. But I don't think it's going to end as smooth as it did for us in season 2. I believe everyone's going to die.
And I think typically in league races, especially in Canada, it's a very, very narrow track. So it's in some sections it converges. Like for example, the section Vettel lost the car in last year's Grand Prix. On sections like that, it's so narrow and converges that I do expect a few incidents there, or at least a bit of front wing flying around. But yeah, I mean, under normal circumstances, I think damage is off today.
Yes. That's for their safety.
And for our sanity. Sorry, you had a question.
Yeah, so how many people do you think are going to lose it at the Wall of Champions today?
Normally I would say a lot, but I think judging by the qualifying, people were being very, very conservative. Yes. I expect a lot of penalties, but I don't expect everyone to finish the race. I expect more than a few to get disqualified. But I do expect them to take Wall of Champions cleanly. One thing I do expect is going to be a problem is the pit lane entry.
Yes. Okay, looks like we're almost ready to go. And still no sign of food.
Have you already ordered, or is just not?
No, I haven't. This Pizza Hut's not showing up. I
3,
my
4, and the 5 lights go out now.
Looks like Vortex doesn't move from the grid, and we've got complete carnage. Unbelievable scenes.
It just
looks.
Bob Vortex is immediately disqualified for reversing of the line.
Man, and we've got a spinning Haas. All right.
I honestly can't keep track of the track. Keep track of the action.
That was fantastic. Just stayed right there.
It could be a case that I've seen this issue in the game before, where his lights may just not have gone out.
And we got a spinning Alphus. That's and a reset on track. Unfortunate for me, got pushed wide by Faizan, I believe. Man, doesn't matter where he goes, he will cause carnage. Now back in front, we got Mountain and RB going side by side around the hairpin. There's a little bit of contact, but yeah, they're keeping it sane. Let's see who mounts the charge up the field. So far, so good. Monks. No, that's Don making a dive on Nitro, failing, and his teammate picks up the pieces.
Well, that was almost going to be 3 wide, and the Alpha nearly collects the Red Bull when he turns in, but luckily they keep it clean. But I'm more concerned about
Hitesh battling side by side on a T1, and Nitro is just going to block one of them, and he's hit him, and he spun out and almost taken out Hitesh along with him. It's disappointing.
It looks like Faizan just went into the back of the Red Bull
Nitro,
there.
Yeah.
And now I think Nitro's tires are extremely overheated.
All sane in top 6. That's good showing from them. Let's see. Looks like there's only battle.
He switched, but Nitro went off the track and nearly collected Not So Masoom and the Mercedes as well. So sorry, Faizan and the Mercedes of Hitesh.
Yeah, those two are side by side. So we got side by side action more on the Wall of Champions, and RB has hit. He's been punted wide. I don't know by whom. He's resetted on track, and hopefully nobody collides with him. No, luckily. Right, I do not know how to stay on board with it. We got more action. Vikram's been the biggest loser here because of his collision with Vortex. Vortex. He's had a pit stop. He's all the way down in P16.
I'm gonna go on board with Chris because I really want to see how he handles it. And we have a first penalty for multiple warnings, I think. And oh wow! And there's Chris into the wall.
Akash blocks RB off. That's
Oh my God,
quite a
I don't. Sorry to interrupt, but the Haas went straight into the Toro Rosso of Chris at the Wall of Champions, and I think flew over the Toro Rosso, but managed to not lose much time, surprisingly enough.
Interesting. Torpedoes race through, huh?
4 laps in, and the leaders have already lapped the Toro Rosso of Chris.
Oh, and that's a collision. I believe someone hit the Wall of Champions. I think that was Akash. Yeah, because he just bounced. He ricocheted off the Wall of Champions. That was quite spectacular on stream. Who next? Because we got Mountain right behind Shiva Thunder now. These two have been sticking it to each other the entire race so far. Already got blue flags for... Oh, and...
Down the inside.
Bit of contact. Will they keep it together and not spin out? Shiva keeps the position. Will Mountain make a charge? No, he thinks better of it. But Shiva goes wide and it's a nice line, but just gets pushed wide by Shiva. These two definitely look to be on pace.
It's funny, neither the Haas nor the Renault have DRS, but the Ferrari of Not So Masoon did manage to pick it up. So there's no DRS for the second straight as well, so you could see Not So Masoon threatening here. But it looks like he just drops back to be safe, clean driving.
Yeah, good race car from the pair of them.
So, of the drivers you've seen in the last couple of races, who do you feel is most likely to inherit a spot in Tier 1?
Oh, we got spinning ASK. Just a second. I'm trying to see for some battles. Okay, looking at the current state of affairs, Torpedo now, since he's got excellent pace, he's keeping Danny behind him. Besides him, RB is already in. Mountain and Shiva Thunder also seem to be keeping it clean, but maybe we may have to watch them for a little while longer. I would say the top 6, as it stands, have a good chance of making it to the big show. Maybe in 1 or 2 races time, definitely.
I think one to look out for as well is RB Ferrello. He may not be the quickest, he's decent on pace, but he's quite clean. And as I say that, he goes for a move on thermo. He had an incident.
But yeah, gets the move nice and clean.
He had an incident earlier, so I do expect him to come back through the field, at least up to maybe P5, or if he's lucky, P4.
Got spinning Nitro at the end of Sector 1. Hitesh is right at the back, and he's going for the move on Agent 47. I'm sorry, continue.
No, I've just hopped on board with Mountain again and or Anakan, and he looks like he's stopped challenging Siva as of now. Probably just trying to get some ground on the car on No More Pro player up in front, but the gap seems constant now between P3, P4. P3, No More Pro player is probably pulling out a little bit. That being said, I'm going to go on board with Agent 47 because he seems to be the only one with DRS apart from Anaconda right now. You can keep.
Yeah, he's just been overtaken by Hitesh in the last lap, so don't think he's got the pace to challenge him back.
Oh, and Hitesh goes into the wall. He completely loses it on traction and goes into the wall on the exit of the hairpin. Agent 47 inherits that position right back. Thank God for no damage, because that collision was quite bad. Hitesh would have definitely lost a wheel.
And he pits. Looks like the Renault and Haas are inseparable here.
This is the tier 2 version of SD versus Casey going on. Anakan is on ERS level 1, so I think he definitely is conserving and just trying to be pulled along by Siva for a while. Interesting to see how this plays out, because no more pro player pits, and I'm going to stay on board with him to see where he comes out, because I think the last thing he would want is to be stuck in traffic behind some of the slower cars.
He's got free air.
He does have
Comes
a few
out.
seconds.
Yeah, he comes out behind Thermo. Man, the Haas is right on the diffuser of Shiva. This is good, clean racing. I really love this. You know what I love more? I can get some damn reception for some damn pizza, man.
Oh shit. That pro player's caught Thermo within a sector. That's some brilliant driving, and he's getting and there's contact, and Thermo's into the wall.
There's contact between the pair of them. No more pro player picks up the pieces and this collision more. Thermo's not letting him go. He wants revenge. He's not gonna get away with it that easily, and he gets back into P5. Lead a spit. Let's see if Novo Pro P dives into the wall of. Oh, he completely cuts the chicane, and Thermo goes into the pits. That was unnecessary.
That was not the outlap.
Acrobatics.
That is not the outlap Nomo Propi would have been hoping for. I think the blame was slightly more on Nomo Propi there, because he did close the door on Thermo. But again, I wasn't on board with Thermo, so I'm not too sure.
So, in the midst of the battle, Akash Hegde is now right behind the Haas and Renault pair. Interesting. I don't remember him being in this battle, but he's showing good pace right now. So, yeah, let's see. Has he pitted though?
Akash has not.
He has not.
Yeah.
But explain it.
Let me take a look at the penalties of the front few. Because Torpedo is staying comprehensively ahead of Tani, so it's not just holding Tani back, he's actually pulling away. But Tani's had a completely clean race, not even a single warning. Torpedo, on the other hand, has got 1 5-second penalty, I'm guessing, on entry to the pit lane, and one other penalty for multiple warnings.
An RPM glitch. Now, next battle is between RB and Monk. He looks to be gaining on him, but thinks better of it.
RB gets a better exit, and will he go for the move at the hairpin itself?
Monk coming the inside, but no, looks for a switchback. Goes really deep. Gets a nice switchback. The Monk keeps the position. Good battling between the pair of them. Got Faizan just up in front of him. We've got Chris and Vikram battling side by side into T3. And Chris keeps the position. Let's see if Faizan fits onto his soft stinch. And we've just missed the overtake of RB on Monk.
It was very funny because RB had his ERS in 0 on the back straight, and when on the home straight when crossing the start finish line, he turned it up to 5 to get past. So it's interesting to see why he would choose turn 1 instead of the last chicane.
So Vikram and Chris are going side by side at the end of the hairpin. These two look to be battling quite hard, but fairly cleanly so far.
We have a spun Dawn 29 from the Wall of Champions.
Yeah, looks like he's just given up. Vikram gets the position. And he's on this softer tires. He's just pitted. But Chris is still on his first medium stint. Oh, and we've got another spinning Toro Rosso. No, that was Thermo. I have actually no idea who it was. Oh, was it Danny?
It was Danny. Danny's lost his
Oh my.
too.
And he spun again. Oh, this man's lost it.
He is on softs, so
No, he's on mediums. 3-lap old mediums.
Danny is on 8-lap old softs on my screen.
No, I think that information is old.
I'll just go to Race Direct and get that verified. Yep, he is on 3-lap old mediums. Yep, my game is giving me some wrong data, but yeah. Now I guess Danny would be the man to watch. Let's see if he can come back through the field, and if so, by how much.
So the McLarens are on top. Torpedo and no more Pro P. So looking at Faizan's position, do you think that we should rescind his tier 1 position? Just stick him here?
That is a good question because I believe on pace he is definitely good enough to be there. But I think he just misjudges braking points a little too much, and I think that's a consequence of him turning off braking assist this season. But bottom line, I don't know. I would say that he'll probably going to be on probation going forward. What do you feel? Do you think Faizan should keep his spot in tier 1?
No, I feel like we've got a lot of good, faster, cleaner drivers in tier 1. So I feel like now he's finally found his position in tier 2. And as we say that he dives down the inside, there's a little bit of collision between Akash and Faizan. And he gets the position. Now Vikram's slowly charging up the field. He is close to his teammate of Agent 47. Agent 47 real going defensive. Gets a worse exit. Vikram will steal away his position. Now Faizan's at the back of Thermo. This man is actually on a charge.
He's
It
on
looks
fresh
like-
softs.
Yes.
So that's definitely going to help him come. And he goes way down the inside of Thermo. And
That is exactly what we've been talking about in the beginning. About how he just completely misjudges his braking points. Very dangerous.
Yeah, I think that move summarized it pretty well. No more Pro P in the meanwhile is racking up penalties of his own. Let's just go and check on the penalty status for... oh my god, he's got 1, 2, 3 penalties already. Lucky it's a 25% race because otherwise he may have been disqualified if it went much further.
The Renault and Haas still battling hard.
Just to update you on Tanny's situation, his last lap was a 113.4 and
Okay.
RB's last lap was a 112.7. So RB is actually pulling away, and I'm good. And I'm going to say consistently because so even though Tanny is probably a tier 1 driver, we definitely, your point is definitely right. I think there are a lot of good drivers in tier 2 waiting to come up. I actually did some unranked with RB some time back, and he's a very clean driver and he's pretty quick. I would rate him. He'd jump into the midfield without any problem immediately.
Is that so? It's good.
I'm sure he will. I'm not sure what happened to him in Russia, but it's probably.
There was collision between Mountain and Shiva. They spotted him further apart from me. And Thermo spun at the Wall of Champions. Oh, that's disappointing. He's had such a good race so far.
Remember when I said this is the Wall of Champions is going to be not that bad today?
Mm-hmm.
Never have I been more wrong. That's very weird. I think Mountain had ERS on 1 on the straight, and as he approached the hairpin, he went into overtake, and now again he's on 1. Yeah.
Is he doing it in reverse?
Yeah, it'll be okay if he's using auto ERS because that's not his fault. But unusual.
We got 2 laps to go. This Canadian Grand Prix.
What has just happened? How did Siva manage to catch within a second and a half of No More Pro P and consistently gaining more and more?
Ah, interesting. I don't know.
I'm sure penalties will come into play here. So Siva has only 2 warnings, no penalties. Anakan has, oh never mind, 3 penalties. That's another warning.
F in chat for Mountain. But nonetheless, excellent showing from him.
Let's see if he can still do it on track. That's what people care about
Yes.
mainly. He's certainly close enough, but his ERS is not. Siva's. I don't know whether it's him or Siva lagging, but Siva just pulled away about 2 to 3 car lengths.
Oh, they're very close. Anakan really wants to make a move. He's got 1 more lap to do it. Will he do it into T1? No, he won't. So what's your strategy for tomorrow's race? I know it's not the time, but
I've never actually done Japan before in F1 2019, so it's anybody's guess. I'm thinking of just
swap
relaxing.
positions. Both of them have picked up a position.
And Anakan spins. Oh god! After all that,
Just succumb to the pressure there, and really unfortunate. But still have 2 seconds to go. Let's see if we can get it back.
if I were him, I would try it into this last hairpin. Just
Just
click
send
the
it.
stamp and send it. Oh yeah, minor contact, but he had to slam on the brakes, and this has given Siva breathing room on the exit.
Please don't turn down the ERS right now.
He's put it up
He
into.
does.
Never mind. But Rapido wins the race, and on his debut, I think it's his debut.
I believe this man's definitely a class apart. He deserves to be in tier 1.
Yeah, I think we're going to get in touch with him after this race and see whether we can put
Find
him in.
out who he is first of all.
Right on Time is there on Discord, but yeah, I'm not really sure.
Danny spit at the last lap. Why would he do that? Interesting.
I think it's Crash Flow.
Ah, you do
Because-
make sense. Yeah.
I can see everyone else in the Discord VC, but matches names except for P1.
Yeah,
But
that does
I
make
think-
sense.
After Right on Time, my driver of the day is probably going to be RB. After the initial contact, he really pulled back well. It shows composure, it shows pace, it shows
fantastic result
racecraft. So great
for him at
showing
the
by
end,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, but about tomorrow's race, I don't know, and I'm probably going to start from the back to just enjoy myself, be a little more relaxed about the upcoming races.
All right. So that's a very interesting race, to say the least. Let's be your race results. 8 seconds for Torpedo, but yeah, it's a handsome gap.
8 seconds. When I checked it on, the lap after I
Must be
checked it, he got a penalty and then got a 5-second while pitting, and yeah, which was unserved. So, who among the lower tier do you feel should not be in, or should probably take a break before even racing in tier 2? Do you think there are anybody? Is anybody like that?
Who could you repeat that? I don't know.
Who do you feel from tier 2 should not be racing even in even the newcomer league as of now?
I feel everyone is fit, at least for tier 2, at least from today's race. Definitely not Rocky from the last few races, but I think everyone else is fine.
Right. I'm a little concerned about Al Fool Adakil. He's been he showed issues like stopping on track and blocking people's laps in quali.
That is cause for concern. I forget
and-
about him.
Yeah, probably Nitro as well.
He has more of disconnection issues, I believe. I'm not
Right.
sure. Anyways, so that's been your Canadian Grand Prix. Do tune in next week and for tomorrow's Japanese Grand Prix Season 4.
Yeah,
Let's
tune in
see
tomorrow
how-
to find out what happened with Couples Pizza.
Don't bring it up. Let's see. Right. See you then. Goodbye.
See you. Goodbye, guys.